Hello everyone, welcome to FOOTBALLBREHZ, a platform where we discuss, debate and banter each other. My name is DOS and I'll be your host for today's show. Back with us, we have Arsenal fan Kemal, we have Spurs fan Ben, we have Chelsea fan Kadus, and lastly we have Wolves fan Semp. And in today's show, what we're going to do is preview the games that are coming up this weekend. There's some interesting ones. Before we do that, can you guys make sure you subscribe, you follow, you like, and you comment? Let us know what you think. Let us know on the topics that we discuss if you agree or if you don't agree, or any topics that you would like us to discuss for the future. All right, let's start. First game we want to preview is, let's go to you, Semp. Wolves v Palace is the first game. It's on Friday as well. Now with Wolves, the run still continues of bad form, and you actually dropped 2 points as well in the previous game. How do you see yourself coming out of this? Because the next game that you're going up is against Palace. That's not going to be any easier than any of the games that you've had before. How are you feeling?
Rough, to be honest. We have no identity. It feels like we've got no chemistry on the pitch. Like, we can't keep relying on Raul Jimenez to get us out of trouble. He scored another great goal against Newcastle, and we look to have just about secured 3 points again. Barely. It was the same story against Leeds. We weren't good enough against Leeds. Leeds could have quite easily have took 3 points from us the week before. But we rode our luck and we managed to get the 3 points. Didn't work against Newcastle. What's going on with that wall setup and how, I just don't know. And we go and drop 2 points. It's just I don't see how things are going to progress for us right now. Moutinho and Neves don't look the same players. We've got no plan B. I don't feel like we've got anything. Like I say, we're reliant solely on Raul Jimenez. And against Palace,
he's doing well.
He's doing well, and we can't rely on him. Other players have got to step up. And against Palace, the talent that they've got, Wilfried Zaha in particular, it wouldn't surprise me if we get absolutely destroyed, to be honest.
Would you, from the squad you have, would you make any changes to the team that Nuno is playing? Like, would you bring someone on and give them more game time than they're having right now to try and have some sort of change?
I personally would go 2 up top. He's still sticking with the 3-4-3, playing Neto and Podence either side of Raul Jimenez. Me personally, I'd like to see him go back to the 2 up top, which is what we used to go with when we had Jota. And Jimenez and Jota had that connection. I personally feel I'd like to see Jimenez and Podence, or maybe Jimenez and Traore, and go that route. Romain Saïss isn't a left wing back, but that's where we're having to play him because we haven't done the right business in the transfer window, and we've lost our wing backs. Johnny's out till, well, Johnny might not play this season, to be honest, because of his ACL. So
Okay, I mean, it sounds pretty dim, I'm not going to lie to you. Wolves right now, the situation sounds pretty dim. Every club, though, goes through a period, so maybe, all you can maybe hope for that is this is a period and it's nothing more than that. Do you feel confident going into the game or no? Not at all?
No, not at all.
All right.
Definitely not.
All right.
You know what?
Right.
I don't think you're saying that, but then Wolves have bought quite a few players in, haven't they? So I think it's that situation where they have to try and at least better men, and I'm quite sure a lot of them didn't have much of a pre-season, though.
We've bought players in, but for me personally, we bought in the wrong positions. Like spending 35 million on an 18-year-old, untried, untested, and we didn't need any more forward players. So buying a 35 million striker was madness to me. Nelson Semedo was a cracking deal. To be able to go to Barcelona and get Nelson Semedo was incredible. But for me personally, Matt Doherty shouldn't have been sold in the first place. We got.
Thank you.
We got a mass amount of money for Jota. I think we actually took Liverpool to the cleaners with that deal. Personally, sorry, Isha. But we haven't replaced him. and that this was the thing with Jota. We had a plan B. We could go 2 up top. We don't have that plan B now, and teams have found us out. Teams now know how to play against Wolves, whereas the past 2 seasons we finished 7th place because
it just seems like the whole Liverpool squad is just the heads are down a little bit, because you used to have the likes of Traore coming on and just bringing that spark. And
you meant Wolves, bruv, yeah?
Yeah, he meant Wolves. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from Wolves, just because right now I feel like Semp is down. So let's try and and he's down and out. Let's try and bring his energy back up. Let's go to Kadus. Kadus, we'll go to Chelsea. You had a good result. I say good result. I think Lampard was the happier of the 2 managers between Lampard and Ollie. So going into the next game, how are you feeling? Because you're going to be, you're going
Burnley.
Burnley, exactly.
Burnley.
Away, and
it's easy.
It's away to Burnley too, so it's not going to be an easy game.
Easy.
Spurs.
I'm excited, man.
You're excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Just because I can see what Lampard is doing to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
I think it's method to the madness because, we can score goals. We've shown that from the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But the issue was transitions and our defence. Not so much systemically. I think that we've seen improvements with the new defensive coach, but it's still those individual errors which has been just annoying. I can talk about that for hours, but I won't.
Was that your first clean sheet that you?
No, it wasn't. I think it was our second. It's our second clean sheet in a row. But I think it's our 3rd clean sheet in the season. Though. We had a clean sheet.
Not your second in a row, bro. Southampton.
Sevilla, and
he's talking about all comps.
and United.
Yeah.
All comps.
Okay.
So in regards, we had to kind of show that we were a bit more defensively resolute. So one thing that I saw against United was Thiago Silva, phenomenal. I think besides that blip that he had in his first game, he's been. I can't fault him. He's done everything perfectly up until now. Zuma's really benefiting off him. Obviously, Ben Chilwell's having an absolutely amazing season so far. Reece James is coming into his own. And then Mendy is giving us so much confidence. He pulled off some, 3 or 4 amazing saves. So the issue with Chelsea right now, I say, is our double pivot. Who's going to be that DM to break up play and then set us off in attack in that transition? At the moment, we're struggling to find that pairing. Kante is good, but just in terms of his ball progression, isn't as amazing this season as we would have wanted it to have been. So I'm excited. I think we've got the pieces there. We can show that we can attack. We can show that we defend. It's now just kind of getting that final piece, which is those transitions. Once we get that, obviously with a Billy Gilmore, I think that will really help us to come into our own this season. So I'm excited. Okay. I'm really excited.
Who would you change anything to the team that played against Man United?
Yeah, I would definitely go back to the 4-2-3-1. I think that's the system that Lampard really wants to play, and I think that we should just keep playing it, even if it doesn't come off. We should just keep playing it because that's the system. And I feel that obviously we'll have Jorginho. I'd actually have Kovacic and Kante in that double pivot as opposed to Jorginho. I love him. He's had an amazing season so far, but we need someone to actually kind of break out the press and carry the ball forward. And I think Kovacic really provides that for us. But yeah, and I'll probably have Pulisic on the left, Werner up top, and then either Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech. I heard that he's actually fit, so if he's fit, then
Pulisic needs to fix up though. I mean, it's not the same Pulisic that we've seen last season right now so far.
Well, everyone says that, but then Werner hasn't clicked in. All of our attacking players hasn't
Werner
really.
Has played better than Pulisic though.
Yeah, of course. But Pulisic.
Where does Havertz fit into that?
For sure, as an attacking midfielder, number 10, that 3 role. I think we're building a team around him. But Pulisic's just come back from an injury.
Yeah.
I honestly feel that the way that he's wanted us to play was to focus more on our defence transitionally. So I'm assuming that even against Sevilla, it was really about just being solid. So we haven't had a lot of those fluid attacks. Bearing in mind against Southampton, Pulisic was the guy that was doing the assist before the assist. He was dropping into midfield, and plus we also played him on the right. So he's been out of position a few times. But once we start clicking, you're going to see Pulisic and Werner really coming into their own. But right now, we're still at that final piece, I believe, and then we're going to start to really see what Chelsea's about this season.
Okay. And you're of course, from listening to you, you're pretty confident going into this game.
Well, it's Burnley. You know what I mean? They're always going to be a tough team. But we can score goals. We can score goals from different areas. I have faith But if we play the way that I feel we can play, then we'll win comfortably. But there's always that but, you know, and if it happens, it happens. But you know, I'm going to be confident. I'm supporting my team.
Well, talking about Burnley, we'll take that to Ben. Ben knows a little bit about Burnley. They just won 1-0 against Burnley, but it was a tricky game. I mean, defensively, Burnley were doing really, really well until, of course, Son did his thing. So, Ben, now from that victory, Spurs look pretty good right now. Like, they're looking like they're grinding out results, which is really good to see.
Kane and Son.
Kane and Son are on fire right now. Tottenham are going to Brighton now. Next game, home game against Brighton. I'm sure you're just looking forward to that game right now.
I am. After seeing what we did against Burnley are not easy to break down defensively. We know that. And for us to get that, I think is exactly what we needed for team morale, for everything, to show the difference. Because this is the thing that we were struggling last season, the season before last, is when it comes to strongly defensive teams like Burnley, we were struggling to find a way to score. Which is not the case now. And Brighton punished us last season. Oh Lord. But we got our revenge obviously in the second match. But I'm happy that we're playing at home, so I don't think it's an issue for us. Brighton haven't been that great this season either to start with, so I'm confident it'll be another sort of easy ride. I know that Brighton can set up really well defensively as well, but I think it'll be fine.
One thing I'll say though is, exactly. That's what adding on to what Kadus just said. They're going to be a lot more creative than what Burnley offered. They're going to attack you. They're going to really test your defense.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben. So just to cut you off. Yeah. Actually, no. Continue.
No. Go, bro. Go. Tell me.
Burnley. When I saw Burnley play yesterday, I thought they were phenomenal yesterday. Not even just defensively. Defensively, yes, for sure. Defensively, yes. But going forward, they were outplaying Tottenham off the park yesterday, but just to give credit to Tottenham though, and I'll leave it here. I think Mourinho set them up where they can actually have a crappy game, but then they can win scrappy. And I think for any team that's looking to try and break into that top four or to challenge for the title, those games are going to be the most important games. So I think that for Tottenham, in terms of a mental shift, is going to be really, really big. So I'm expecting you guys to come forward.
And that's why I was so happy yesterday, because we grind out that result. Like you're saying, we didn't play our best game, but we grind out that result. We were very slow compared to how we've been so far in the season. But Brighton, yes, they can attack, they can create, but we have shown against teams that are attacking us that we can sit back and soak in that attack and then obviously catch them on a counter. And that's what we're gonna love, is catching them on a counter with the pace that we've got going up top. So I'm calm. I'm good.
Well, you're good until either Son or Kane gets injured, then you're fuming.
Bro, why are you putting it out there for? Allow it. Just allow it. Don't be putting that out there. But even if that happens, we're already set up. We've got Vinicius Jr. there. We've got Bale. We've got.
To be honest, though, we have to give credit to Jose, though. I mean, he has done well so far. Everybody is known his second season. He always does well as well. So we're seeing the fruits of that. We're just gonna have to see if this continues all the way to the end.
This is the season.
Exactly.
You need to. If you don't win this season, then you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what we need. A trophy this season.
This season, it's gonna have to be.
Not winning the Premiership this season, and I can't believe I just heard that. I've been silent the whole time, and I'm hearing this garbage.
You're
not winning the.
I'm not talking about the Premier League. I'm just talking in general. This season, you're gonna win anything this season.
It's not been said already enough times on all media networks by big pundits. Come on now, let's be real. It might happen. You know what I mean? Ask Harry Redknapp, he brought it up first.
You know what, Kemal? To his defense, anything can happen in this season's Premier League. Like, we're seeing some crazy results, man. Like, I wouldn't put it past anybody right now to
Who would have thought Everton would still be top of the league? Come on now.
They won't be. They ain't got the middles,
bro. That will die
They crumbled. They crumbled us. They crumbled that day.
I said that the first day of this when we started the season, and OS, you was that nah. They're different.
I said Everton with Carlo Ancelotti will do a lot better than they've ever done because of the manager. I didn't say they were going to stay top to the end of the Premier League.
Just don't contradict yourself, yeah?
Okay, let's go back to what we just discussed.
Anyway,
Ben said Everton are top of the league we said Everton, them being top of the league, is not going to continue. What does that got to do with anything that I said before? Tell me. Tell me.
Why are you stuttering?
That's what I thought.
Let's carry on. The big game.
Yeah,
the
of
big
course.
game.
Let's carry on. Anyway,
Where's Arsenal? Let's ask where Arsenal is.
Anyway,
We're ahead of United. That's what we are.
Before we get there, before we get to the big game, just to finish off with Ben. So you're feeling confident going in,
100%.
and you want the same type of team to start against Brighton.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
Just a little bit change. Davies out for Reguilon. Need him back. Davies was not having the best game. It frustrated me quite a lot. Sissoko, yes, he's solid, but he lacks a little bit of vision in terms of passing.
Yeah.
So maybe bring Winks back on. Dyer and Alderweireld, great. Keep them there.
Dyer and who?
Older.
No, say the whole thing, bruv. Don't try and...
Nah, not saying it. Don't say that. Don't say it. Toby. Dyer and Toby, yeah?
Right.
Keep them. Forget Sanchez. And I hate to say it, but bring back Aurier. Thing didn't have
No,
the best
Aurier's
game,
been good. You have to give credit. He's been good.
Bring back Aurier because he's got the pace that can deal with the Brighton winger. I can't remember his name.
Solly March.
No, the little...
Oh, he's talking about
Lamptey.
Lamptey, that's it. The kid's got pace, man.
Yeah, for real. All right.
Oh yeah, he's also
All right, let's move on. Let's move on from that.
One more. Mora out. Get Bale to start.
So basically, you're changing the whole team.
How can you get Bale to start, bro? Bale was not even ready to start.
It's ridiculous.
This is the game that Bale needs to start. He will get a goal if he starts.
All right.
Trust me.
But he's got to run. You've got to run against
You know,
Brighton.
you picked 5 players to change. So that's half the team.
Let's move on.
Calm.
The big game.
Hot mess.
Well, we'll say the big game because it's the biggest game
It's
of
not
the...
big anymore, man. It ain't no big
It's the biggest game of the
bro.
weekend. Let's be real.
Okay.
It's the biggest game of the weekend. Manchester United at Old Trafford versus Arsenal. Let's go to Kemal first, and we can have a discussion. How you feeling, bro? You just lost to Leicester. Terrible result for you guys, right? Okay, you're not gonna argue with that. Cool. Terrible result for you guys.
He said he's staying quiet, bro.
Vardy always scores against Arsenal. I just don't understand how you guys can't stop him. But anyway,
Man came on.
He's a new jobber.
later.
That's what he is.
Luiz injured. Saka possibly injured. I don't know if they're playing against Man United or not. How are you feeling, Kemal?
Do you know what? I'm quite a positive person, so I'm just going to speak positive from now on. I'm feeling good.
Why are you lying to yourself, bro? Don't do this.
Wait a minute.
You know what? They just get me vexed the whole time. This whole flipping team gets on my nerves. Yeah. First of all, what did I say last week? Drop a Bamiyan. Didn't I say that? Yeah.
And remember, and some of those Brehz told you like you were delusional, and then what happened
Delusional.
in the game?
Yeah. Where was he in the game? I don't
Was he
want to hear
not
that
front?
he was sick. I don't want to hear excuses. If he was sick, he shouldn't have been on the pitch.
How about the Danny
He shouldn't
lovers,
have been
bro?
on the bench. About who?
The Danny lovers.
Danny, let me talk to you about you whack Danny lovers, yeah? I told you he was a hot mess too.
Hey, honestly, you're
And
deep,
everyone
bro.
always says, oh, no, he's this, he's that. What is he? And what did I say? He's a bench player that comes on and does something.
Yeah.
He was
You talk about
terrible
Danny.
in
You
that
talk about Danny Ceballos,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Yes.
you're talking about.
Is that the
Danny
same one?
Lovers.
Is that the same one that some of you Bears were saying that he
Not me.
rejected Real
Not
Madrid
me.
for Arsenal?
Not me. Not me. Where was Ozil? Obviously, man didn't get picked, did he?
Man was-
Not even
man
in the
chilling,
flipping
bro.
squad.
No, man-
man-
Where was our
Yo.
creativity?
Yo.
Let me know where the creativity was.
Kemal, I mean, this game, it's not this game is not as important as it
Drop
used to be
Lacazette
before.
too, man.
Drop Lacazette too.
Yeah,
this
this
game is
game
not
is
as
terrible.
important as it used to be, but at the same time, none of us want to lose this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at United, the last few games, we've improved and picked up form. Last few games, and I would say that's in the Champions League against Newcastle, and then even Chelsea. Like, okay, both teams, it was boring, but still we looked solid. Like, we looked like we weren't conceding any goals. So I'm pretty confident coming into this game against you guys.
Should be.
I'm not gonna lie
You
to
should
you.
be flipping confident.
Because
I would be confident if I was United, bro.
Yeah,
I'd be laughing.
and when Cavani came on, he looked pretty sharp. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know everybody. Remember who was it in here that was chatting about Cavani? When he came on, he looked pretty sharp.
Me. It was me.
You know, so I'm hoping he gets a full game, possibly against you guys, and then let's see how your defense deals with him.
You think he's ready for a full game?
I don't know. Maybe he's still unfit, match fitness wise, but I really want him to play against that defensive
I think if
Arsenal.
he comes on and he has a decent time in second half, he will bang.
Yeah, possibly.
I think
And I think that might happen. I think what Oli might do is, start with Rashford up top, maybe with James again or someone else. I think he's going to try and use the pace against them. Because I'm telling you, everybody's going crazy.
Martial's back now, isn't it?
No, he's not back. I think he's still missing against them
in
as
3
well.
games. Oh, yeah,
it's the last one. But I feel like we need to test that Arsenal defense with the pace that we have. Like everyone keeps talking about Gabriel, and everyone keeps talking about.
He's doing good though. Hold on. He is doing good.
He's doing good, but I'm telling you, I want him tested against strong strikers. I'm talking
Daniel
about
James, yeah?
Remember, he's strong himself.
Daniel James.
Not Daniel James. Not Daniel James.
Nah, James is.
But I'm not.
I just don't know
Maybe not even.
who's going to be partnering him.
Maybe not
Is-
even
is
Man
Mustafa
United.
going to be next to him?
That's what I'm saying. Who's gonna play with him?
Problems. It's 2020. It's coming into 2021.
But you gave him that name. You gave him the 2020 name. Anyway, so Kemal, who are you starting for that game? Like, who are you starting? Like, because right now you've got quite a few injury issues. Who's gonna be?
This is the first time Aubameyang hasn't scored in 5 Premier League games or 5 league games in his whole career. So already he's been missing. We all know this. I've been saying
But
it.
the only thing I'm worried about is then he may find that
He's going to turn up.
against
He's going to
us.
turn up.
Yeah.
He's going to do the front summy. Yeah?
Yeah.
So he needs to play down the middle.
That's not gonna happen.
He has to. I tell you why. Because Lacazette works everywhere, but he don't do his job. He don't score. He has a shot. It's off target.
But like I said, like the tap
too
ins,
weak.
that's it.
What? What you said?
He only scores tap ins, little on the goal line.
Anyway, Lacazette needs to be dropped to the bench. Yeah, that has to happen.
But who's your front three? Who's gonna be your front three?
Well, Saka might be injured. I would have Saka.
So let's say if Saka's not playing and he's injured, who would be your
Pepe?
front three?
Well, then it's gonna have to be Pepe and William.
So Pepe, William, and Aubameyang.
And Aubameyang down the middle. He has to play down the middle.
I don't think he's gonna play that. He's gonna want hard-working players. I think he's
Okay,
gonna.
well,
That's
then
not
this
gonna-
is the
that's not
problem.
gonna happen, bro,
Arteta
because who's gonna
is
play on the
making a
left?
mistake then. He's making a mistake.
I don't think it'll be a mistake because you've got people like Nketiah who runs a lot more than the others. You're gonna have to defend from your.
If you're gonna play- if you're gonna
He's gonna play Nketiah down the middle, Aubameyang on the left, and maybe William.
Yeah.
He'll probably play William on the right then.
Yeah.
Then that's what we pick.
Talking about
And what? Danny's gonna start again. Get out of here, man.
Do you know what though? I'll defend Ceballos though because I think Ceballos has been good for you guys. It's just maybe the last couple of games he's been off form, but overall you have to give him credit. He has played well. I think he's played well.
Why? Do you know
He
one
played
thing?
well towards the end of last season.
So this
the first
season you
game
don't
he
think
played,
he's played well at all?
Kemal, what I don't
you know,
understand.
I give him a 4 out of 10.
What I don't understand is one of the things you guys used to do a lot, which helped Aubameyang get loads of goals, is pinging the balls behind the defense. You're not doing that a lot anymore. So Aubameyang's not really running onto anything. What's happening to that?
Terrible in transition.
Who knows?
So are you
Terrible
questioning?
in transition.
Are you questioning Arteta then?
Because that's what he
No,
used
I
to
ju-
do.
I just feel sometimes he's making wrong decisions with his starting selection.
Semp,
And I don't understand why certain people are playing for.
what do you think about this game?
I'd like to see Donny start for United, personally. I think having a £35 million midfielder on the bench every week in, week out is madness.
I mean, Oli came out and said that he's going to play a lot of games this season. He's just settling it in. He's just moved to his new house. He's given him bit by bit because the Premier League is not as easy. But
I mean, that sounds to me like excuses for me. I'm not being.
Yeah, well, you're saying
I
he's
think
mentally not ready.
I think what it boils down to is Ollie wanted certain transfer targets, and the United board went and just got Donny van der Beek, and Ollie is, whether he's doing it purposefully or not, he's making a stand.
Yeah.
And he'll never admit that. Of
Yeah,
course, he'll never come out and say that that's what he's doing. But I think he's making a stand.
Yeah.
And you're not the guy that I wanted, so I'm going to play you as minimally as possible. But for me, you need to be playing your best possible players, and Donny van der Beek has shown in the glimpses that we've seen him that he can play ball and that he can do. I mean, me personally, I'd like to see him alongside Fred. in midfield.
I don't
with
know
Bruno,
that.
With Bruno as the cam, and then obviously you've got your 3 forwards. But that's what I would like to say, because I think Donny van der Beek has got the intelligence not to be caught like Pogba gets caught up the field.
For sure.
Like obviously McTominay and McTominay sits. Fred goes forward. In that sense, it would be roles reversal. But Donny has the intelligence and the ability not to get caught, and it gives you that extra out ball. If Donny's, because he's quite quick. He's got quite a bit of pace about him. So and I think you're going to need that against Arsenal. You're going to need people that have got good first touches, good ball retention, because if Arsenal get playing, as much as obviously they're in a bit of a weird spell right now.
But just to add to that, Sam, though, in regards to like Fred being back with Van der Beek, is that going to suit Fred? Because obviously now Fred is going to have to be more or less a 6, and I think
against PSG,
if they're both coming up front
against PSG, you saw what Fred could do in that position. If Fred,
who was he next to though?
But he wasn't sitting down. He wasn't sitting back in that position. It was McTominay who was the one that was sitting.
I didn't really see Fred, apart from in the second half. I didn't really see Fred cross the halfway line. He was literally doing what Kante does for Chelsea. What he should be doing.
Yeah.
And he needs to be breaking up the play and then releasing the ball, because Fred's issue is he tries to do everything.
Yeah.
And he can't. He physically can't do it. And for me, I'd like to see Fred, Van der Beek, Bruno, and then the 3 United forwards. I'd like to see Greenwood down the middle, personally, with Martial still out. But we'll wait and see. United, I think it'll be a score draw. Personally, I think it'll be a score draw.
We'll see. I'm confident. Kemal's not confident, right, Kemal?
We don't have to beat the top 6 away from home, do we? So why should I be confident for?
I don't know what you just said.
We said we don't. He said they don't have to beat top 6 away from home.
We don't know how.
Oh, you don't know how.
The problem.
That's what I thought. Because that's what okay, fair enough.
The problem that I see with Arsenal is that when Arteta came in, he shored up your defense. I guess he just made you a lot more organised. And I think from his standpoint is he wants to build from the back. But I think there's issues when they're trying to transition again going forwards. It doesn't seem to suit them that well. The only time that I saw them do that was against Fulham in their first game. Yeah. That was like the first time where I saw them transitioning, when you had Willian coming back and picking up. But
they need Ozil. That's literally the player that they need. That is the player that they need. The guy is still. I saw a statistic. He's still either like in the top 3 for assists, and he hasn't played for over 12 months.
It's crazy.
It's like the guy's ability is unquestionable. Fair enough.
And he's not getting fed the ball.
No, not at all.
Let's all be real. It's not footballing reasons. We all know. It's
that's all political now. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that. So that's all the previews. We're really excited about the Arsenal United game. Let's see what happens with that. Let's move on to the predictions, the score predictions. Before we do that, just make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow all of our social media platforms, FOOTBALLBREHZ. All right, let's go. Remember, you know how it is. Quick predictions. We're going to go Friday. Wolves v Palace. I'm going to say it's actually a Palace win, 2-1. Sorry, Semp. What are you saying, Kemal?
2-0 Palace.
Ben?
I'm going to give that to Palace as well, 2-1.
Okay, Kadus?
I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1.
Okay, Semp?
I'm not going to go against my team 2 weeks in a row, so I'm going to go 1-1 draw, although I do think we'll be defeated, to be honest. 1-1 draw.
Okay, so let's go to Saturday's game. Sheffield United v Manchester City. I'm going to say 2-0 Man City. I think that finally maybe they're going to get a clean sheet. Kamal?
3-1 Man City.
Okay, Ben?
Same, 3-1 City.
Kadus?
I say that I think it's 2-2. I believe 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Semp?
3-0 City.
3-0 City. Okay. Next game, Burnley v Chelsea. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea win. Come on.
2-0 Chelsea.
Ben?
It's a draw, man.
What's the score?
It could either be a 1-1 draw or 0-0 draw.
Can you just
No,
pick
no,
one?
no, you have to pick one.
bruv.
I can't remember what I put down, but I think
Kadus?
1-1 draw.
Hey, Kadus.
3-0 Chelsea.
Semp.
I agree, 3-0 Chelsea.
Wow. Liverpool v West Ham, 3-1 Liverpool. Kemal.
2-2 draw.
Oh, wow. Ben.
Bruv, West Ham are having this game, alright? 2-1 West Ham. Let's go.
Wow. Kadus.
Let's go.
Yeah, 2-2 draw as well.
Semp.
I mean, it does depend whether Moyes is at home or at the stadium, but I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
And just to add to that, today's Champions League game, Liverpool lost Fabinho to injury. So that's another defender down.
I'm telling you, West Ham have got this.
Told you they were winning the league.
I hope it's not a serious. I hope he's okay. I hope it's not a serious
Exactly.
injury. Yeah. Just laughing at
Let's go
someone's
to
getting injured.
Sunday.
Man.
Aston Villa v Southampton. I'm going to say 2-1 Southampton win. Kemal.
2-0 Aston Villa.
Ben.
I think. I think I put this as a draw. 2-2 draw.
Okay. Kadus.
2-1 Southampton.
Okay. Semp.
I agree with Ben, 2-2 draw.
Okay. Newcastle v Everton. I'm saying 1-0 Everton. Kemal.
3-1 Everton.
Ben.
Yeah, same 3-1 Everton. They got
Kadus.
this.
A draw, 1-1.
Okay. Semp.
2-1 Everton.
Okay. We'll leave Man United one at the end. Tottenham v Brighton. I'm going to say 2-0 Tottenham. What are you saying, Kemal?
3-0
Okay.
to them
Ben.
Jokers.
Yeah, same 3-0, bro. We're keeping the clean sheet going.
All right. Kadus.
2-1. 2-1 Tottenham.
And Semp.
3-1 Tottenham.
Okay. Fulham v West Ham. I'm going to say a score draw 1-1. Kemal.
0-0.
Okay. Ben.
I think West Brom might just nick this 2-1.
Okay. Kadus.
Draw, 0-0.
And Semp.
1-0 Baggies.
Okay. Leeds versus Leicester. I'm going to say 2-1 Leeds. What are you saying, Kemal?
2-2 draw.
Ben.
They got Vardy back, so I think Leicester might take this still. 3-2 Leicester.
Okay. Kadus.
I think 2-1 Leicester. I think Leicester might surprise us.
Semp.
2-2. I like Leeds, how Leeds look this year. I think they're a good side. 2-2.
2-2. Okay, and then the final game. Manchester United v Arsenal. Me and you, Kemal, will do it last. Ben, you go first.
United got this, man. United got this, so 2-1.
Okay, Kadus.
2-0 United.
Hey, not
Semp.
even one goal.
Semp.
So score draw 2-2.
2-2. Kemal.
1-1 draw.
Say it with your chest.
I'm going to say 2-1 Manchester United. I'm confident. 2-1 Manchester. Maybe 3-1, but I'll say 2-1 Manchester
What do you mean
United.
3-1? Don't
I
take
don't know,
the
I'm just
mickey,
getting
yeah?
excited, you know what I'm
Don't take
saying?
the mickey.
All right.
Listen, if Arteta plays him down the middle or Aubameyang down the middle, it's going to be 2-0.
Okay.
Oh.
If.
Okay.
2-0. All right, let's see. Well, there you have it. That's what. Let us know if you agree. If you don't agree with it, let us know what's your predictions, especially on the Manchester United Arsenal game, because this is going to be a cracker. Whoever loses this game is going to be receiving banter for a long, long time. Please, guys, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you follow all of our pages. Thank you guys for joining in on this discussion, and we're going to see you again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.